Good evening, I'm Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Hikmat Karki appointed Kosi Chief Minister amidst constitutional dilemma. Former Chief Minister Kedar Karki moves the Supreme Court. 3 provinces struggling with government leadership. Senior politicians and former Director Generals of Department of Transport Management drawn into investigations on distribution of fake licenses. 9 arrests made so far. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal issues series of statements damaging the prestige of his position. Constitution experts say his statements could return to haunt him. And the Council of Ministers decides to release cash prize previously announced for the athletes. Cricket team to receive 20.4 million rupees. Silver winner at Asian Games Erika to receive 1.9 million. Hikmat Karki of CPN-UML has been appointed Koshi Province Chief Minister yet again amidst constitutional dilemma. Karki was appointed the Chief Minister by Province Governor Parshuram Khapung under the Sub-Article 5 of Article 168 of the Constitution of Nepal. After being administered the oath of office and secrecy, newly appointed Chief Minister Karki formed a 3-member Province Council of Ministers today itself. Karki appointed Ram Bahadur Rana of CPN-UML and Ganesh Upreti of CPN Center and as ministers with that portfolios. Province Governor Khapung had issued a 2-day deadline for formation of the government yesterday. UML Province Assembly Leader Karki had furnished his claim for the government leadership with the signature of 52 members from his own party and CPN Center. Support of 47 members is required in the 93-member Province Assembly for a majority claim. Karki had previously been appointed the Koshi Chief Minister on 2 occasions. Now, change in central coalition is followed by changes in province governments. However, absence of clear majority creates challenges in changing governments. Province governments formed by working out several permutations and combinations have barely had some rest. Of the 7 provinces, cases have been filed against 3 province governments at the Supreme Court. At a time when the province government should have called the budget sessions to hold pre-budget discussions, they are busy brewing ploys for forming and toppling governments. Despite the controversy surrounding the appointment of Gandaki Province Chief Minister Khagaraj Adhikari concluded by the Supreme Court, the dispute related to vote of confidence has reached the court again. Opposition Nepali Congress moved the court after Province Assembly Speaker Krishna Dhithal announced 30 votes from among 60 Province Assembly members as majority, thus granting Adhikari the vote of confidence on 5th May. In Koshi, former Chief Minister Kedar Karki has also moved the Supreme Court, saying the new government was formed in an unconstitutional manner. Far away in Sudur Paschim Province, the government is facing crisis with Chief Minister Dirga Sodari yet to receive the vote of confidence. Appointed the Chief Minister with the support of 10 Province Assembly members each from CPN Center and CPN-UML, 4 of CPN Unified Socialist, 2 of Nagarik Unmukti and an independent member, Sodari is required to pass the floor test by 17th May. He is facing obstructions from coalition partner UML itself, while Lakshman Kishore Chaudhary of Nagarik Unmukti Party has filed a writ at the Supreme Court. In addition to the 3 province governments facing cases at courts, situation is bleak in the other 4 provinces as well. Future of the government in Madhya province is also uncertain following the recent split of Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal. In such a situation, the province governments have not prioritized pre-budget discussions. Officials of the Department of Transport Management are being drawn into the fake driving license case one after another. Of the 9 arrested, 4 are current officials while 1 is a former official. Additional investigation had begun after the report of investigation conducted by the department was submitted to the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority CIAA and the Central Investigation Bureau of Nepal Police CIB. The CIB has also considered investigating former Director Generals of the department. Individuals drawn into investigation related to fake driving license are now being arrested. While low-ranking officials have been arrested so far, the CIB has also made preparations to probe Director Generals of the department. Hinting towards possible involvement of the Director Generals of the department in the case, the CIB has intensified its investigations. An investigation conducted by the department itself had shown that more than 102,000 driving licenses could have been produced by receiving bribes in the period of 8 years. The CIB had begun recording statements from suspects and making arrests after it was asked to prove the matter by the department. Those arrested so far are computer operator of the department Brizu Kumar Chaudhary, officials of Butpal office of the department Narayan Prasad Pandey and Harish Bhatta, Suraj Prakash Aryal, who was transferred to the CIAA from the department, and former official Basanta Pandey. According to the CIB, they were found involved in issuing licenses of deceased persons in the name of others and providing licenses to even those who did not appear in written exam and license trials. The CIB also discovered other irregularities, including updating the information of the licenses that were not renewed and printing licenses unofficially, even when printing works at the department were at a complete halt for a period of 2 years, among others. The CIB has also arrested service seekers Lazarus Danuar, Pradeep Sunar, Ajit Mishra and Milan Bastola. They had received their driving license without appearing in the trial by bribing the officials. Sources have said that arrested official of the department, Brizu Kumar Chaudhary, has confessed to his crime. Based on Chaudhary's statement, they used to charge more than 5,000 rupees for printing licenses. Of that amount, they kept 1,000 rupees, provided 1,000 to middlemen and provided 3,000 rupees to Harish Bhatta. It has not been clear where the amount went from Bhatta. Suraj Prakash Aryal, arrested by the CIB, was deployed to the CIAA only a short while ago. Prior to this, he was at the Department of Transport Management for around 3 years. His transfer to the CIAA is also mysterious. Aryal is a technical official under the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. Meanwhile, the report of the department notes that highest number of irregularities related to driving license were seen in Butpal office. The progress regarding the investigation into the irregularities at the Department of Transport Management remains to be seen. High-ranking officials and senior politicians could also be linked to the suspected irregularities of billions of rupees in the case. In our Public Voice segment, we've asked in several provinces what should be done to control irregularities at transport offices. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
घुस लिने र घुस दिने त दुवै अपराधै हो त्यो सजगता चाहिँ मान्छेमा ल्याउनु पर्यो
हाम्रो कर्मचारीहरूलाई इमानदारीताले काम गरिदिनु पर्ने साथैबाट प्रदेशको चाहिँ एकै किसिमको कर भयो भने मान्छेले सहज रूपले सेवा लिन पाउँछ
घर घरबाट अनलाइन सिस्टममा गएर घर घरबाट कर तिर्न पाउनु पर्छ
लाइन नलागिकन कर तिर्नको लागि नेपाल सरकारले व्यवस्था गर्नु पर्यो
व्यतिथिहरूलाई चाहिँ नि अब प्रमाण छ भनेसी पेश गर्न पर्छ
यातायातको काम हरेक जिल्लामा जिल्लाबाटै हुन पर्छ
हामी बिचौलिया लाउन पर्ने समस्या छ कर्मचारीहरूले जुन गर्नुपर्ने कामहरू गर्नुहुन्न
कर्मचारी इमानदार हुनु पर्यो र सबैको पहुँच सहज हुनु पर्यो
बिचौलियाहरूलाई नियन्त्रण गर्नु पर्यो
समयमा व्यवस्थापन र निरीक्षण गर्नु पर्यो
नियम कानुन सबैलाई एउटै हुन पर्यो
यातायातमा हुने सम्पूर्ण बिचौलियाको गतिविधिलाई रोक्न पर्यो
भिडभाडलाई कम गर्नको लागि चाहिँ टोकन सिस्टम राख्यो भने सजिलो हुन्छ
यातायात कार्यालयमा काम गर्ने कर्मचारीले चाहिँ समय व्यवस्थापन गर्नुभयो भने इन टाइम आउने र इन टाइम सेवा दिने भने त व्यतिथि रोकिन सक्छ
हामीले यातायात कार्यालय पुग्दाखेरि बिचौलियाले बिचमा समातेर हामीले लटपट्याउने काम चाहिँ हटाउनु पर्छ यातायातबाट
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Before we ask today's question, let us take a look at the result from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked, what do you term the Prime Minister's statement on having to do many activities to ensure the full term of the government? 74% were for A, extremity of power affinity, 10% were for B, hint of splitting other parties, and 16% were for C, fear of coalition breakup. And here is our today's question. What do you term the province government's busy making rounds of courts instead of prioritizing issues of public concerns? Your options are A, contrasting definitions of the constitution, B, consequence of intervention of the centre, and C, impact of political alliances. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. It is now time for a short break, but for more news, to stay with us. Recent statements of Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal make anyone question whether he is the executive head of the country or simply an aggressive politician. Prime Minister Dahal has been issuing warnings at public programs against those who he thinks are conspiring against him. Legal experts have said that individuals holding public positions cannot air statements against the law. However, some statements of Prime Minister Dahal are not just insensitive, they have also been termed against the law by experts. Premier Dahal was never held accountable for his statement regarding the number of combatants in the camp which he had made on 23rd December back in 2007. Dahal has continued making such statements, the recent of which came when he said that he was behind the split of Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal. Speaking at a program in Sinduli yesterday, Prime Minister Dahal announced that he had split Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal to sustain his government. In the interaction with cadres, Prime Minister Dahal claimed that the party was split with the objective of ensuring the full term of the government. Previously, on 4th of March, Prime Minister Dahal, while addressing a program in Kathmandu, had said that massive political changes would continue happening in the country until he existed. He had also warned of kicking those conspiring against him out and warned of keeping their accounts. Back on 15th of January 2020, Prime Minister Dahal had announced of taking the responsibility of 5,000 deaths during the armed conflict. That statement itself could work as an evidence at court. Prime Minister Dahal had many such statements that can be used against him at the courts, but such statements have remained ignored. While such statements of Prime Minister Dahal may enthuse the cadres, political analysts have said that they are against the rule of law and could return to haunt himself. Chairperson of the third party of the parliament, CPN Maya Senator, Pushakal Dahal has been leading the government as the Prime Minister for the past 16 months by using Nepali Congress and CPN UML. He makes speeches and issues directives about good governance and rule of law. However, his own statements are against the prestige of the position of the Prime Minister. The government is to make public its policies and programs on 14th of May. Today's meeting of the Council of Ministers held at Singhadarbar has decided to present the government's policies and programs for the upcoming fiscal year at the joint meeting of the Federal Parliament at 3 p.m. on 14th May. As per the existing provision, the government's policies and programs are presented by the President at the Parliament. The government has also decided to provide cash prize to medal winners of 19th Asian Games, cricket team and para-taekwondo athletes and coaches. The Millennium Challenge account MCA Nepal has reached a contract agreement with Linkson India Private Limited for the construction of the 400 kV new Butwal substation in Nalparasi, Lumbini. Based on the agreement, the 400 kV gas insulated switchgear GIS substation will be constructed within the contract period of 39 months. Based on the agreement, the Indian company will construct the substation at an investment of 469 billion rupees. Addressing the signing event, Nepal Electricity Authority's Managing Director Kulman Ghising said that the substation would contribute in cross-border power trade. U.S. Ambassador to Nepal, Dean Richard Thompson, said the substation will enhance Nepal's transmission capacity and contribute to reliable and affordable electricity for household consumption and expanded commercial and industrial enterprises. During the signing ceremony, MCA Nepal Executive Director Khadga Bahadur Bisht said that MCA Nepal was expediting all works for the construction of transmission lines and substations under the electricity transmission project. He added that final preparations were being made for the procurement process to sign the contract for the construction of the remaining 2 substations as well. MCA Nepal is leading the construction of 2 other substations, one each in Rathmate Nuakot and Damoli Tanahu. We have more news coming up, but right now it is time for yet another short break. It is now time for the sports news.
Sports news brought to you by Quality.
The government has finally decided to release 29.7 million rupees in cash prize previously announced for the athletes. With the proposal of the Ministry of Youth and Sports endorsed by the Council of Ministers, medal winners at the 19th Asian Games and Nepali cricket team finishing as the runners-up at the ICC Men's 2020 World Cup Asia qualifiers are to receive the cash awards. Karateka Erika Gurung, who won a historic silver for Nepal at the 19th Asian Games, is to receive 1,950,000 rupees, while head coach Kushal Shrestha will receive 234,000 rupees and assistant coaches Chori Dongol and Bir Krishna Shahi and manager Nivas Gopal Vaidya are to receive 195,000 rupees each. Nepali women's national kabaddi team are to receive 4,810,000 rupees for finishing third at the Asian Games, with 12 players receiving 390,000 rupees each. Bronze medal winners at the 4th Asian Para Games, Palesha Govardhan of Taekwondo is to receive 1.3 million rupees. Meanwhile, the men's national cricket team ought to receive a total of 20,475,000 rupees for finishing as runners-up at the ICC 2020 World Cup Asia qualifiers, with 15 players to receive 1.3 million rupees each. The players who had not received the cash prize, even after a long time of announcement, had made several requests with the government to facilitate the release of the fund. That is all for the moment. Up next is the news in Nepali. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye for now.